Here's part 2 of our conversation with Mike Levine of Triumph. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music. Mike, talk to us about the 40th anniversary of Allied Forces, a brand new box set available. Take a look at it. There'll be links in the description where you can pick it up. So with you guys, with that time, how did that change the atmosphere of recording Allied Forces?
Well, like I say, we could, first off, we hadn't really used the studio, so we had to experiment, where we're going to set stuff up, and because we had a warehouse next door, we were going to do the drums in the warehouse, maybe yes, maybe no, and just pipe it in. So we ended up, figuring out a good formula of how we could work. So everybody that was writing, which was Rick and Gil, because I was off doing other stuff, but they bring a song into rehearsal in the studio, and we'd work on it in the studio. So we were able to do demos in a recording studio instead of in a rehearsal hall, which was really hard to do demos in because you didn't have recording gear. So it became a what do I want to call it? Like a factory almost. We'd report in for work, punch the clock. We'd work for 6-7 hours a day on a song or songs or bits and pieces, and then we said, okay, it's time to lay that one down now. And so we do like a bass drums guitar track with a scratch vocal, rough vocal on it. Sit and listen to it, and like I said before, is that ever going to make the cut or not? And we go, hit the erase button, it's gone. So we were able to eliminate a lot of stuff. But it was always hard for us to come up with, 8 or 9 songs for an album that we felt proud of, and would tell a story, and people would want to take side A, turn it over, and hit side B too. So there was quite an art form doing vinyl.
With Magic Power, for instance, it's interesting. I looked at the numbers this morning. Magic Power reached number 8. And Fight the Good Fight reached number 18. But interestingly, Fight the Good Fight has more streams, double the streams right now than Magic Power. It's weird how things change. It's, for instance, not that I ever want to compare you with Love Will Keep Us Together, but songs like that, which were insanely popular, sometimes don't, because of the sugar content on those, don't do as well. But even with rockers, sometimes I'll see with bands that I'll go, wow, that was a way bigger hit. But now, for whatever reason, more people listen to it. You ever notice that? It tastes change a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see Lay It On the Line on streams being pretty much consistently the number 1 song that I at least when I look.
Yeah.
And then it alternates. Sometimes a song will pop up out of nowhere, and you go, what the heck? Where did that come from? And it would be like Tears in the Rain or something, or Spellbound. And maybe because it was at a TV show or something, a lot of people paid attention to it and went, oh, I got to listen to that. And all of a sudden their streams go way up.
Yeah. Someone plays it on the radio. Someone plays it at a party. I mean, who knows, right? Yeah. You were 18 in 1967. Like, you were in the prime of becoming a man when the Summer of Love happened. What was that like for you in what was the vibe personally for you? What were you doing? What was it like?
Trying to remember. When I was 18.
You were obviously into music. I mean,
I was living in, I was playing in bands, or a band. I can't remember which one then. I would like to just pick up band with guys from school.
Yeah.
But I think that year, the next year, I moved into Yorkville and lived down there. And it was like, it was a beautiful thing for a young guy, because on the weekends it was like closed down the streets and everybody would come from suburbia. And I'm not proud of this, but I did deal drugs back then. So it was a very interesting experience. But musically speaking, getting to see all the bands that played in Yorkville was a huge influence. Some of the players were amazing, from Dominic Troiano to Joey Michelon to Huey Sullivan. All these guys are just, some of them are obviously not with us anymore, sadly. Yeah. But I drool over these guys, and then I got to be friends with them eventually and play with them, and they'd come to rehearsals and we'd jam and whatever, So It was your idol turns into your friend.
Sure.
It's pretty amazing, and you're an equal.